So this is my project on John Adams. John Adams was born October 30th of 1735. As a child, he attended a public school in Braintree, where he was growing up, and then he attended Harvard from ages 16 to 20. In 1761, he was admitted to the Massachusetts bar, where he became involved in law, and he also started acts against the Stamp Act, and at the same time, he published an essay called Essay on Canon and Feudal War. October 25th of 1764, he got married and moved to Boston. In 1770, he was elected into the Massachusetts Assembly, and then 4 years later, in 1774, he represented Massachusetts in the First Continental Congress. John Adams was the one to nominate Washington to command the colonial armies, and he chaired 25 different committees at the Second Continental Congress. In May of 1776, he offered a similar resolutions to the Declaration of Independence, but he advocated Jefferson's later. Later, he was then appointed to be ambassador of France to replace Celestine, and then in 1779 he returned to the States to help start a constitution for Massachusetts. He was appointed head of negotiating peace and developing the peace treaty, and in 1781 he worked with Franklin and Jay developing the Treaty of Great Britain, which he signed. And that is what ended the Revolutionary War. In 1789, he was elected vice president under George Washington, and since Adams was a Federalist and Jefferson was a Republican, they were naturally arch rivals. He became president from 1796 to 1801, and then in 1824 he was elected president to reform the Constitution, but had to say no due to bad health. And he died July 4th of 1826. And since it was America's 50th birthday, he toasted to independence forever. And his last words were, "At least Thomas Jefferson survives." However, he had died just hours ago without Adams knowing. So, yeah, that's all you need to know about John Adams.